our Prophet, peace be upon him, trusted Ali for the knowledge that was unrevealed for them back then. Consequently, the leader for the Muslim must be a direct descendant from our Prophet, peace be upon him. And who's the closest direct descendant? Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein. Ali ibn Abi Talib, then his children, Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein. And by the way, for their stupidity, they murdered both of them. So they claim that the leader must be a direct descendant, and yet they kill him. What? So another group, of course, felt that any good Muslim can lead the community. We have the principle. We have Islam. We have our Prophet's tradition. We have the Holy Quran. So anyone can lead us. It doesn't have to be a very special person. Any pious person have the ability to rule us. Because after all, he's not doing anything. After all, he's just one like us, from us, working for us. Like, take Umar ibn Khattab, for example. He was caliph for a huge empire. Huge. One time, a messenger came to him and he asked, where can I find Umar? And they told him, you'll find him right there. Over there, under the tree. He said, what? He's not in a palace. He doesn't have special guards. No, he's just like any person. He went and he looked at him. Oh, he's a man wearing a very dirty outfit. He doesn't have a lot of guards. He's just like a normal person. And he said, you ruled and you became just, so you became secure and you sleep Umar. Okay, so after all, any Muslim who has the good qualifications in order to do that, he will be able to become a leader. And each one of you actually can become a leader. So later, the majority of the Muslims also eventually compromised around the view that the successor to Muhammad should be a pious male Muslim from Muhammad's tribe. The successor is called the Caliph and is viewed as a political leader of the religious community without any divine or prophetic function. Meaning that other group or the majority said that, oh, Muhammad must be, Muhammad is our prophet, so the Caliph, the one that comes after him, must also be from his own tribe. No, he doesn't. Don't be like the Jewish. So the Jewish, for example, Banu Israel, they say, no, we believe in no other prophet but Moses. Why? Because we are from this tribe and each prophet must come from this tribe. Okay, what about Jesus? He's from your tribe. Oh, no, we do not believe in him. Come on, don't be like them, guys. The last point, of course, about the members of the compromise group, which forms the majority of the Muslim world today, are known as Sunnis, because we follow the Sunnah or the Prophet's tradition. The Sunnah believe that inspiration came from the example of Muhammad, peace be upon him, as recorded by his early followers. And the book we call Sahihain, Sahih Muslim. Sunnah and cheat, please. Miss you, Joe. Can you read?
Yes. Sunni and Shiite. How am I supposed to say that in English? Just.
Cheat.
Okay, Sunni and Shiite beliefs. Like the between Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox Christians, the division between Sunni and Shiite Muslims has survived to the present day. Members of both branches of Islam believe in the same God, look to the Quran for guidance, and follow the pillars of Islam. However, Sunnis and Shiites differ in such areas as religious practice, law, and daily life. Today, about 90% of Muslims are Sunni. Most Shiites live in Iran, Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen. The Shiite branch itself has further split into several different subgroups. Over the centuries, the division between Sunnis and Shiites has sometimes been a source of conflict. When Sunni rulers held power, they often favored the Sunnis and deprived Shiites of wealth and power. When Shiites gained power, Sunnis often stood to lose this. Sometimes bitter rivalry remains a source of tension in the Middle East today.
So simply like that's the problem. That's the thing I really hate about the division of the Muslim. That we are just becoming like the Roman Catholic and the Eastern Orthodox Christians. We are just becoming like them because also that's Christian and that's Christian. Both of them are Christian. Yet they have totally two different branches. And here we find that our supreme religion is becoming divided by some people who really refuse to even think. Okay, so you are to be compared with the Christians right now. Of course, the member of both branches believe that there is only one God. Yet the revelation to whom shall reveal. For a Sunni, we believe that it was revealed to Muhammad, and from Muhammad came the caliphs, and all of them passed down their knowledge and what they had. Yet the Shia, they believe that Ali only was supposed to be the caliph, blah, blah, blah. So over the centuries, unfortunately, there have been some conflicts between both Sunni and Shiite. And this led to a very, very bad disasters. Like a lot of Muslims died because of these wars. And it was even at the time of Ali. And here we can counter another branch, totally different branch. Musad, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Sufis emerged.
Okay, Sufis emerge in both the Sunni and Shiite branches of Islam. A group called the Sufis emerged. Sufis are Muslim mystics who saw communion with God through meditation, fasting, and other rituals. Sufis were respected for their piety, and some were believed to have miraculous powers. Like Christian monks and nuns, some Sufis helped spread Islam by traveling, preaching, and being good examples to others. They carried the faith to remote.
Remote villages where they blended local tradition and beliefs into Muslim culture. So, what is the meaning of Sufi? Have you heard that word before? Now, if you have a problem in your mic, you cannot hear us, please turn out and turn in here.
Teacher, what was the word?
Sufi.
Sufis?
Yeah.
That's Sunni Sufis.
What?
I'm reading this. It says in both the Sunni and Shiite branches of Islam, a group called the Sufis emerged.
Yeah. So, what is the meaning of Sufi? When can we call a person you are from the Sufi? All right. So, simply, where are you living right now?
Saudi Arabia.
No. You are living in a home.
Oh, yes.
I'm speaking about any country. So, you're living inside your homes. So, can you live without your laptop?
I mean, no, but yeah.
Yes. Can you live without your phone?
Yes.
No, I can't. Can you live without your computer? Without your games? Without
Not
your
really.
car? Without your fancy way of life? Without someone helping you in your course or daily business? Without someone cooking for you? Can you do all of this? Can you leave your house and go to live in a desert? In a tent?
No.
So simply that's the source. So the source, they just reject every source of pleasure or luxury in the life. So they live very separate and isolated from other people, and they travel from one country or from one village to the other. And of course, while living, they say that we are just having what we call the unearthly knowledge. The unearthly knowledge, which is the knowledge that is being revealed to us from our God, and without no studying, without nothing. So that's stupid. And they just live in the desert, live isolated from people, and they seek also communication with God via meditation, fasting, and some other ritual. So how can we Muslims communicate with God?
By doing his
Through
religious
prayer,
stuff.
Prayer,
prayer.
right?
Yes.
So for them, they seek prayer, so they pray, but yet they meditate like meditation. The Hindu people, the Hindus also, they meditate. They fast a lot, like most of the year they fast. And they have some other ritual that they perform. Some of them, of course, was very, very good. Some of them just lived all of the luxurious life just for God. But others adapted to that branch of Islam to be very severe. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, said he found some men of them at the Prophet's time, by the way. Yeah, one of them said, "I fast and I do not eat." Other said, "And I do not marry women." Other said, "And I pray all of the day." So our Prophet, peace be upon him, told them that I fast and I eat and I marry women, and that's my sunnah. Whoever follows my sunnah is from me, and whoever rejected that or deflected that or not following that is not from me. Okay, so you don't have to be so severe in order to become a good Muslim. That's the Sunni belief. Sorry, the Sufi belief, not the Sunni. Okay, so the Sufis, they live isolated from men, and they seek communication with God via meditation, fasting, and other severe ritual. Not very easy, actually. And I believe none of us can live their life. So they like Christian monks and nuns. The monks and nuns of Christianity also, they live isolated in a monk, like the also the where in China and India nowadays you have some branches of Buddhism. They live in very isolated places, temples. Okay, so the Sufis are just like them, living isolated from other people and just trying to seek the meditation.
So teacher, the Sufis are like the extreme Muslims. They like
Yeah, very
take
extreme.
too much Islam.
Yeah, too much.
That's okay.
Okay. Create an Arab empire. I believe we will have that next time. So let's just watch something about the Sufis. But once again, not all of them are very severe and having very bad thinking, because some of them actually profounded some of the most important principles that we Sunnah nowadays follow. Okay, yeah, and it's by the way, it's
In March 2016,
Turkey also.
India hosted its first ever World Sufi Forum. During the event, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi praised Sufism as Islam's greatest gift and suggested that the faith was an alternative to more political extremist interpretations of the religion akin to groups like the Islamic State. So, what exactly is Sufism? Well, Sufism is not a branch of Islam like Sunni or Shia, nor is it a sect or denomination. Rather, Sufism is the spiritual and mystical philosophy of Islam. It's focused on a direct connection to God by foregoing material goods and relationships. Not unlike Christian monks or other ascetic groups, Sufis dedicate themselves to Allah through meditation, repetitive prayer, and non-violence. But while the concepts of Sufism are inherent in all versions of Islam, practitioners who wholly dedicate themselves to spirituality are called Sufis. Sufism arose less than a century after the founding of Islam. At the time, many Muslims were concerned with the religion's increasing materialism, which they believed would interfere with a spiritual connection with God. The word Sufi is an Arabic term for mystic, which itself was derived from suf, or wool. Sufis have historically worn wool as a rejection of worldly clothing. By about the 11th century, Sufism had adopted a system of fraternal groupings called orders. In these spiritual schools, leaders taught their followers the principles and rituals of Sufism, which included writing books of poems and reciting hymns. In fact, the 13th century is known as the Golden Age of Sufism, as the greatest mystical Islamic art and literature is believed to have derived from this period. By the 16th century, Sufism was deeply ingrained in both Sunni and Shia Islam, and had spread throughout Persia, India, and Central Asia. The most well-known symbol of Sufism is the whirling dervishes, a Sufi order that originated in 14th century Turkey. It's known for its repetitive spinning dances that unite the follower with God, and is a popular tourist attraction in Turkey. Today, Sufis can still be found all around the world. But according to the Pew Research Center, the belief system is most common in sub-Saharan Africa, where about 35% of Muslims in the region are said to belong to a Sufi order. Sufism is also prevalent among Muslims in India, Thailand, and other Southeast Asian countries. Sufism has seen a resurgence in popularity as a direct alternative to the growing radicalization of Islam. Sufis have a legacy of philanthropy and missionary work, and are known for their nonviolence, tolerance, and personal sacrifice. During the Sufi Forum in India, Prime Minister Modi said, "At a time when the dark shadow of violence is becoming longer, you are the nur or the light of hope." Modi reportedly hopes to make India the center of what he calls the World Sufi Movement, or the large-scale effort to use Sufism as a cure for jihadist extremism. World leaders have made similar efforts in the past in countries like the United Kingdom and the United States. Whether the ascetic, nonviolent practices of Sufism can overcome the spread of radical Islam is yet to be seen. But even though Sufism has influenced both Sunni and Shia Islam, there is a huge rift between these two Islamic sects. Find out why by watching this video.
The Sunni-Shiite conflict isn't even really about religion. It's about
Yes, it's not about religion, unfortunately. It's about proving who's right and who's wrong. All right, grade 9. Any questions so far, grade 9?
No, thank you.
Okay, I hope that you have an okay do your question exams.
Can you repeat your voice? Glitched out.
All right, I hope that you are doing okay and do your best in your upcoming exams.
Yes, thank you very
Thank you.
much, teacher.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Teacher,
Bye.
Yes.
can we make revise tomorrow for the exam?
Your exam is still next week,
Okay.
right? So have no worries. You will be examined, I believe, Monday. We will revise Sunday. Have no worries. Yeah, and we can revise Wednesday and this Thursday.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Goodbye.